Everybody join in this melody.
Let us unite, let us unite.
That's the only way we're gonna be free.
Let us unite.
Everybody singing this sweet refrain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Sing this melody till it gets in your brain. Well, I'm talking to you, Muslim, Christian, and Hebrew. Here's the thing to do, we got to unite or else we are through.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Everybody singing this sweet refrain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Sing this melody till it gets in your brain.
Unite, let us unite.
Everybody singing this melody.
Let us unite, let us unite.
That's the only way we're gonna be free. They're united in Ghana, in Mali and Nigeria. All over Africa, the people are getting together. They are uniting in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Angola. And rumor station will light the world over from Cape to Cairo, one Africa.
Unite, let us unite.
Everybody singing this sweet refrain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Sing this melody till it gets in your brain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Come on, do it tonight.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Brothers and sisters, let us unite.
There is a need for unity. The best for you and me. There is a need for unity. The best for you and me. Unity.
Everybody join in this melody. That's the only way we're gonna be free.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Come on, do it tonight.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Brothers and sisters, let us unite. Well, they're uniting in Cuba, Trinidad, Tobago, and Grenada, St. Kitts, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica. Let us unite in America, the yellow man moving in Asia, the red man awakening in India, the black man rising up in Africa. Let us jump up in America. Ha! Ha! Ha!
There is a need for unity. The best for you and me.
All of the nations of the earth as we speak are angry. They're angry because governments cannot suffice the needs of their people. They're angry because a few have gotten wealthy at the expense of the many. And the poor and the sick and the weak and the unlearned multiply. And the value of their lives are diminished by the rich and the powerful, so that when human life is devalued, that in the eyes of man you are unworthy of the gift of life, then it is easy for another human being to take the life of another human being that he or she has devalued. Black life in America is devalued. Hispanic life is devalued. Even poor white life is devalued. There's a way that I have to behave. I'm free, but I'm not free to rob you of yours. I'm not free to take from you what does not belong to me. So if I will construct my life according to these righteous principles, then between man and man, man and woman, peace. Between race and race, peace. Between rich and poor, peace. We have our beautiful Mexican family. This once was theirs. So you can't say to them they are aliens. That's a horrible word to use for former owners. I see my indigenous family here. Many tribes, but they're really one great nation of people that now must be reunited with themselves. So it's their time now, as well as ours, that God would intervene in our affairs and bring the bottom rail to the top. The government is not rehabilitating soldiers. When they send you away to kill. When you come home, they gotta reconstitute you for civilian life again. Make sure you have a job so you can take care of your family, but they're not doing it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, a woman can do anything that a man does, and the only thing he forbids the woman to do is the thing that degrades her. So how high can you go? High as you want to. Why would God allow the female to wear his attributes if you can't be a manifestation of that attribute? Women, you got to be set free. What God has put within you must be cultivated, must be developed, and must be used for the advancement of a nation and a world. I said to myself, Mr. President, why the hell don't you go to the wicked police department? Why the hell don't you stand up and tell them that your killing of black youth and brown youth is not gonna hold no more? Why don't you stand up? God's word is in need of a truth that will set up a government where everybody can live in peace under real freedom, real justice, and real equality.
Hello, how are you? I'm excited to talk to you. I want to talk to you about the joy of being you. A lot of people, and most people, it's been said that most people never get to know themselves. That's why self-awareness is so very important. We'll be talking about a young lady that I met today on a platform called Clubhouse. Her name is Joy Pittman, and she was telling me about her father, Gerald Pittman, and the impact that he made in her life. And so today I'm going to share with you a technique and a strategy, and I want you to listen closely. Let me turn on my fan here. I have hot flashes. Isn't that interesting? I tell you, I used to laugh at my mother and my sister having hot flashes. Now I have hot flashes. Oh my God. I turn the fan on, I turn it off. I turn the air conditioning on, I turn it off. I mean to tell you, it's unbelievable, these hot flashes. I call them power surges, all right? So I got something for you today, and I'm just excited to share it with you. Oh boy, this thing called life, it's so fascinating. So much stuff is happening. And so you have to really focus your mind on taking the blows and keep it moving. You got to, I mean, stuff's happening. You got to, you know, live a Karate Kid and all that, and keep it moving. So I'm going to share with you. I know some of y'all, just like me, you go through these mood swings, stuff happening. You know, one of the things I like to do, I like to get a good night's sleep. You know, that's what my dream is right now, to get a good night, straight 8 hours of deep REM sleep where I can dream and wake up feeling good. But I feel good when I wake up now, I must admit that, because I'm glad I'm here, that I'm not taking a dirt nap. I want to talk to you about the joy of being you. I talked to a young lady today. Her name is Joy Pittman. And I was on this platform, this new platform, I think they call it Clubhouse or something of that nature. And we were talking, and she asked me some questions, and then I turned the tables and I started asking her some questions. And then I took some things from her that she learned from her father, and I used that to do a presentation to show her how she can sell her business in a more effective way. She's very good at what she does already. And I'm not just downplaying that, but sometimes you can just get another twist on it. You can model and you can modify. I want you to write this down. Model and modify. I want you to model what I'm going to share with you today. And then you can modify it and keep it for yourself. Okay? So I want you to think right now. Somebody that impressed you, she impressed me. Somebody that as you listen to their story, it touched you, it touched your heart. I only tell stories that I can learn from, stories that touch my heart, stories that can hold my attention. And what I got from Joy Pittman, the daughter, she a daddy's girl, Gerald Pittman, when I talked to her, she was describing her father to me, and she's so much like her father. She truly is her father's child. Oh, there's no question about this. But I want you to write this down. The joy of being you. It has been said that most people, when you look at life, they follow the followers. That's why we are told, be ye not conformed to this world. I remember a time that you did not see tattoos on anybody unless they had been in jail for a long time. But tattoos now are everywhere. Why? Because 1 out of 4 people have been incarcerated. And when you're incarcerated, guess what? You cannot draw on the walls. There are penalties for that. Might put you in the hole or something. So people who are incarcerated, they get bored and they put tattoos on each other. And we've had more people in America been incarcerated than any place else on the planet. So when people start seeing all these tattoos, guess what they say? I want a tattoo too, because they're everywhere. Just think about that. So as you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams, here's one of the things I'm talking about in terms of the joy of being you. Jump out of line. There's a reason we're told, be ye not conformed. Don't be a conformist. All of us are born unique, but most of us die copies. Jump out of line. Most people go into careers that they see other people do, or their parents told them, you ought to do this, or somebody else told them, you ought to do this. Very few people take time to do what's in their heart. I remember my mother said, Leslie, you got a good job at Sears. You got benefits at Sears. Guess what? If I had listened to Mama, who meant well, you quit your job, son? Yes, ma'am. Why would you do that? You had benefits at Sears. Mama, I looked at how much I was making at Sears. They passed me up for promotions repeatedly, and I wanted to do something that I can earn enough money to buy you a home. I couldn't do that working at Sears. So I decided to take a chance on me. What you gonna do? I'm gonna become a motivational speaker. What is that? Is that a preacher? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's just too hard to explain, Mama. No, ma'am. No, it's not a preacher. But I'm going to make money talking to people. About what? My brother, my twin brother, Wesley, we're separated by 5 minutes. Mama, he's lost his mind. Who's going to pay to hear you? Now, you know, how many of you have ever had a dream of something you wanted to do? And you would think that your family members would be the number one people who will say in the cheering section, yes, go for it. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you got that in you. It told me I was losing my mind. You left Sears? Now Sears gone, but I'm still here. I'm saying to you, there's some joy in being you. Speaking is what I do. I enjoy that. It brings me happiness. It brings me joy. Do something that's you, that brings you joy. Why? When the tough times come, you won't care. Why? Because you're having a good time. When you're doing something that's you, that it brings you joy, you don't care about the hits. You don't care about the failures. You don't become impatient. There's a friend of mine, and her father's name, Mr. Riley. And Mr. Riley, he's one of those people who like to fix cars. He wasn't very good, but he was a tinkler. He loved to fix things. And nobody really paid him to fix their car. They could take it over there and it might be there for weeks or months. But he didn't care. You know why? Because he enjoyed it. My cousin Boo, we used to travel. We came to somebody's house and somebody mentioned their garage door was not working. Boo would go out there and tinker with it until he got it working. They didn't pay him to do that. Why? He just loved to fix things. You know anybody who loved to fix things? Now, that's not me. That's just not, I don't know how to fix nothing. I don't know how to fix nothing. I can help you with a speech. I can help you memorize quotes and how to use it. But fixing stuff, that's not my superpower. That's not my passion. But there are people that's what they do. They love to figure things out. When something happens with my computer, something happens that I want to get online. I said, John Leslie, would you please come here, please? That's what I called my son, because he will figure it out. That's his superpower. That's what he does. He can sit at a computer for hours on end. I'm not going to do that unless there's somebody on the other end talking to me. Okay, it doesn't matter to him. He's patient and he's persistent and he will figure it out. And he can teach me, and I don't feel stupid the way that he teaches me. And he makes me do it. He won't do it for me. Do it like this, Dad. Do it like this. He's a great teacher, and he's an incredible father, working with my grandson, Honor. So it's a joy in being you. When you are doing something that's you don't care how long it takes for you to do it. It's something that you enjoy doing so much, you don't get paid to do it, but you do it so well that people will pay you to do it. And because I enjoy speaking, I did it. I volunteered to do it everywhere. And eventually, because I was willing to invest in myself and to learn and be coached by somebody that had accomplished a level of skill in this area that I admired, and I invested in myself so I can get better at it, eventually I got paid to speak. The joy of speaking, it does a great deal for my heart because it's me. I'm still here doing what I love to do. Sears is out of here, okay? And I provide benefits for myself. So here's what I'm saying to you. Jump out of line. Don't follow everybody else. And this is what Joy Pittman has done. She has decided, she's an entrepreneur, that she's going to teach people how to own their own destiny, how to create their own personal economy. She teaches people how to begin to be empowered about their dreams, about their abilities, and how to become their own boss. So I want you to write this down. Not only jump out of line, but write this down. Optimism and perseverance. She teaches entrepreneurs. She teaches people how to go into business for themselves. This is an entrepreneur's economy. They call it the attention economy. The whole idea of going to college and graduating with thousands of dollars in debt and getting a job and working for 40 years and retiring on 40%, which wasn't enough in the first place, that day is gone. There's no such thing as job security. Did you hear that? There's no such thing as job security, in case you did not get the memo. You have 4 to 5 different career jobs throughout your career. And so you have to depend on you. You have to have a spirit of optimism and perseverance to believe in you. And this is what joy is teaching people, joy of being you. Find something that brings you joy. And through optimism, always looking for ways to win, even when you have setbacks, even when you have failures, that because you're doing what brings you joy, you realize it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. What matters is how many times you get back up. When you're doing something that brings you joy, you can handle the setbacks with a different kind of mindset versus when you're doing something just to pay the bills, just to pay the rent or keep a roof over your head. No. You see, life has no duplicate. You want to do something that brings you joy, that you can make money doing it, but you'll be willing to learn to invest in yourself so that you can take your performance to the next level. And when you jump out of line, make yourself stand out that people will pay you to do that for them. Am I making sense to you on that? Because I have friends who have a certain skill that's better than mine. And so I'm willing to pay them for their skill because they do it very well. They do it better than me. And so therefore, I'm willing to pay for them to do what I can't do. See, it's about increasing your value. You don't get paid by the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. And when you do something that brings you joy, and when you have a spirit of optimism and perseverance, a willingness to find a way to become successful, to find a way to provide outstanding service for people, to find a way to make a greater impact with your life, with your skills, with your knowledge, with how you have overcome some stuff that becomes a guide, a survival guide for somebody that's going through the stuff you went through. Now, you can do that from the comfort of your home. Now, you can make money from your home, doing something that brings you joy, making money with something that you've learned, some knowledge that you have gained. And as a result of that knowledge, that now you can provide a service with that and make some money. The greatest among you will be your servant. And here's the other thing. It took me a minute to make the decision, to make the leap. When you're doing something that's not you, you have to ask yourself the question, what kind of person am I becoming because of this? Because it diminishes your sense of self. You lose your confidence. You no longer believe in you when you living a life that's not you and you're failing again and again and again. You just say, wait a minute, I'm not as good as I thought I was doing. No, it's not about you're not as good as you thought you were. It's that you're doing something that's not you. That's why you're not as good at it. But when you're doing something that's you, hey, look at me, trust me on this, you'll find a way to get better. You do research and development. Research and develop yourself to stand out in the marketplace because it's you and you enjoy it and you hang around people who are like that. So it's about jumping out of line. All of us are born unique, but most people die copies. When you jump out of line, you rob the cemetery of your gift. You rob the cemetery of your optimism and persistence and perseverance. You rob the cemetery of your leadership, of your invention, of your ideas. Yes. The joy of being you. It's profitable. It makes you stand out. The joy of being you. You're willing to say yes. See, most people, the reason that they don't experience the joy of being themselves, they're not open to the possibilities. They don't have a spirit of optimism that maybe I can make it. But the people who make the decision to say yes, oh, come on, Shekinah Glory, don't make me sing. Y'all need to bring me in there. I think I can do a little tenor, a little bass up in here. It will encourage you to say yes. Oh, come on now. The joy of being you, you leap and grow your wings on the way down. The joy of being you, you understand the words of this God who said, if you're not willing to risk, you can't grow. And if you can't grow, you can't become your best. And if you can't become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? Come on, help me, somebody. Come on. Yes, it's joy in being you. Life has no duplicate. This is your only life you got up in here, live it on your time. Don't do it doing something else that somebody else wanted you to do. Bozo the Clown. You know how that came about? The guy who created that character, Bozo the Clown, was in med school. He was a doctor. He was practicing. And he discovered he enjoyed making kids feel good, making kids laugh, making them joyful, rather than sticking them with needles. And then he had to develop the courage to say to his parents, I'm not going to become a doctor anymore. You're not? No. What are you going to do? I'm going to become a clown. I like making kids feel good. I'm not like making them laugh. You're going to do what? What? I'm going to become a clown. You're going to drop all the money we spent for you to go to med school. You're going to become a clown. You are a damn clown. Come on, you can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up. Hold it. This is true. This is real. This is where Bozo the Clown came from. And he dropped out of med school and became a clown. And then he created a franchise. Clowns all over the world went to hospitals to make kids. He franchised it. Make kids laugh and feel good. Oh, behave. Hello. I'm telling you. There's joy in being you. There's joy in jumping out of line. There's joy in having a spirit of optimism and perseverance. There's joy in saying yes to you, yes to your life. There's joy in betting on you. You were created for something. You came here to do something. And now this is a place in life where you have an opportunity to say yes. Yes to your dream. Yes to your unfolding future. Yes to the possibilities that you can have your own business. Yes to a new life for yourself. Yes, I can get somebody in my life that's not toxic, that's not abusive, that's not argumentative, that won't get on my last nerve. Yes. Joy. Being you. I got out of that relationship. Why? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. At one time it was. No. Have you ever been in a relationship and when you got out and you saw that person sometime later and you ask yourself, what state of mind was I in? When I went up in there. What in the hell was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. Come on. Oh, behave. Hello. I'm sorry. I'll be good. I'm sorry. I don't take my medication. I'm sorry. But you know when you say, what got into me when I thought that was worthwhile to go up in there? It's called delayed enlightenment. The joy being you. Jump out of line. Optimism and perseverance. Will it be easy? No, it's okay. If you're doing what's you don't mind persevering. As Og Mandino would say, I will persist until I succeed. I'm saying yes to your dream. Yes, Lord, all things work together for good. For those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. Yes, I'm called. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm telling you. Can you tell I love what I do? I know it. I hear you saying, Yes, Mimi Brown's baby boy. That's why I watch you. And tell my friends to watch you because you crazy. With a K. The joy of being you. You're wonderfully made. You're made in the likeness and image of God. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. You deserve a better life. You are here for a purpose. You are here because of God's grace and mercy. Be thankful for everything that's going on right now. And now rethink your life and position yourself to relaunch. Prepare yourself for the best yet to come, for the next greatest version, for the next chapter in your life. The joy of being you. I'm going to go back on line for my Clubhouse friends and talk to them. But I got someone I got to talk to, John Wesley. And I just want to say that you deserve the best that life has to offer. If there's anything that we learn from this coronavirus, life is very fragile. Live your life now.
No unity, no power. White power for white people. Black power for black people. 1967. The Black Panther Party. The movement. Freedom.
Let's talk about freedom, freedom, freedom.
We will not bow down to racism.
We will not bow down to
Injustice.
We will not bow down to
Exploitation. I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand.
Now this is time for free your mind and your soul. Yo, our story has never been told. Ladies, you got to demand what you want, and what we want is respect, right? Come and take a walk with me, closer walk with me, see what only I can see. Sisters, check this, watch this.
turn us loose, set us free from all the chains that bind me.
Let us run in our own direction.
Let us go, set us free from all this propaganda and lies that your people try to teach us. I know why would like to bring us down.
Because we have all the devil on you. You try to tell us that our lives don't mean anything, but we know so much better
together, so we're gonna take a freedom.
Freedom for my mind. Freedom for my spirit. All this time you've been telling us these lies,
But now we finally figured out, okay,
all that we would never wise up.
but we'll show the how black female can do.
Still you continue to keep us away. But no, we ain't going out like that. Oh no, no.
All these lies and all this propaganda you want us to take, we're gonna take it. Freedom from my body, freedom from my mind, freedom from my spirit, freedom from my body, freedom from my heart and
My soul.
I see the fear in your eyes, surprise, so cover it low. I know just who I am and what I wanna do. I can make you run, make you hide from all your ancestors' transgression that you hold inside. Sisters rising up and sing that our time is here. We're taking back what's been ours for years.
Let the heaven of a sister embrace you. Embrace them other
All these
guys.
lies and all this propaganda that you want us to take, we're gonna take out. Freedom from my mind, freedom for my
Rage Revolution. Welcome for attending another edition of Class in Session. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Trey Muhammad, wishing you a post-Happy Turkey Day. But may every day be a day of family and fellowship. I want to direct your attention to a very, very special presentation today. It's a training that we hope to conduct on Fridays, but we're going to launch it this particular Friday. Very, 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 very important. It's our Lydian World NFT training that's open to all wealth builders worldwide, all GS partners, and all special guests. What is this training designed to do? This training is designed to help us understand what is an NFT. How are they created in the GS Partners world? How does it create passive lifelong income? You don't want to miss it. We have a goal of creating more than 1 million NFTs and getting them in circulation in this world. It's not just a craze. It's not going away, and you have the opportunity to be ahead of it now. So I encourage all of you to join us today at 3 p.m. Eastern. The Zoom meeting ID and password is on the screen. So take a screenshot and make sure that you are a part of what I believe is going to be an extraordinary lift to all that we are doing in the world of wealth builders. And as it relates to Team Believe, we have a direct goal. Our goal is to create 1,000 NFTs by Tuesday, November 30th. And we're going to show you exactly how that is done. And we're going to show you how you can make the money from engaging in this opportunity instantly. So you want to make sure that you're a part of this training today. Please take a screenshot. Please share it out with all your teams. Share it to all the wealth building platforms that you know of and that we have. Let's see if we can pack this out, because today is going to make an immediate difference, immediate, like real-time difference, like now o'clock money difference. You want to be there. So thank you all. And of course, this Sunday is going to be an extraordinary gift of onboarding. I want to thank the numbers gentleman, Mr. Mike Johnson, the master trainer, Miss Nicole Nikki Knox, for all that they can sacrifice of themselves, their time, their energy, their expertise, their passion for seeing people free. It's an extraordinary undertaking. The onboard live sessions, which occur every Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern in the United States, broadcast from the United States on our YouTube channel, Believe TV, hashtag Team Believe. We have business onboarding, tool training, and on occasions, live guests. If you're new to Wealth Builders Worldwide, if you're new to GS Partners, you need help getting started, you learn how to get your questions answered each and every Sunday on our onboard live event, which is this Sunday, November 28th at 11 a.m. again, Eastern Time Zone, United States. Our very, very special guest will be none other than Mr. Johnny Green, coming all the way from the West Side, Washington State. We look forward to all that they will expound on as they unlock the wisdoms and celebrate the victories of not just Mr. Green, but his entire organization there as a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide GS Partners. Make sure you take a screenshot and circulate this everywhere. Again, let's pack out the house. Class in session every Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sunday, on our various Facebook pages. We are Farrakhan, the Eric Ray Muhammad Facebook pages, as well as the Team Believe pages. But you can find us primarily, number one, on our YouTube channels. This week we had a little change in location, only to get ready to return with a magnificent continuation of cataloging, documenting, and providing live content. Believe TV, hashtag Team Believe, is the YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com. When you get to the search bar up top, just type in Believe TV, hashtag Team Believe. Subscribe, like, and share this platform. Make sure you're part of the notifications, so you need all that you have all that you need in terms of the how-tos of wealth building, the how-tos of developed self, the how-tos to freeing our minds, the how-tos to all content that is designed to help us gain freedom and liberation. YouTube channel, Believe TV, hashtag Team Believe in the search bar, and you'll find this emblem. And here's an expansion of it. And that way you know you are in the right place. And of course, the way to change the nature of our experiences is to change the nature of our thoughts. We have to get the support we need. We have to plug in. We have to stay connected. I hope that what we were blessed to provide last night as a guest of Mr. Johnson's, he has a way of bringing things out of you. He's not just a numbers gentleman, but he's a tremendous locksmith. He unlocked those things that were in your brother. And I appreciate the time that we had last night. I thought it was very good because of his ability to draw out of people what a community needs. And I want to thank Mr. Ty Best, our CEO and founder, for his participation and his words last night. You'll always find him working. What is it about the holiday season that stops us from doing those things that we're passionate about? It's part of the conditioning. Yes, we live in the moment to celebrate family, but you never want to not be positioned where you are the opportunity. Miss Sherry Brown pointed out last night the fact that Mrs. Sherry Brown pointed out last night the fact that Mr. Best was at his family functions. He had his Wealth Builders for Life cap on. He had his Wealth Builders shirt on. You know, you can be the billboard. You can be the statement. You can be the opportunity. And in this world, it's important. It's an imperative that we be, do, and have. Be the business, do what's required, and you'll have all the reward associated with it. Now that I, as Mr. Johnson would say, have beat that soapbox, I want us all to plug in, stay connected. www.goldrocks.info is the amazing platform where all the live events occur. Now, you do know, and you are noticing the scrolling ticker tape at the lower portion of your screen. That's the meeting ID and password for our Believers Huddle hosted by Mr. Mike Johnson that will take place at 9:15 this morning. Okay, but what we want to direct you to as it relates to the Wealth Builder stage is the 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time, the 7:45 a.m. Maui Pacific Time. Shout out to you, Sister Maui, and those two sisters. Our Gold Rocks platform launches with the Power Call. The Power Call occurs at those times I just mentioned. The Power Call is designed to inspire, to liberate, to educate, to celebrate the accomplishments of all who are desirous of being free and taking the steps. Yes, you take a step just from tuning in. You take a step just from watching this platform. You take steps, unlocking your minds, and then eventually all the tumblers click. Because let me tell you, the mind is such a powerful tool. You can't unsee what you saw, and you can't unhear what you heard. You may not consciously be moving on it, but I guarantee you, when the right moment, exposure, or circumstance occurs, the wisdoms of all that you need in that hour is drawn from the subconscious. And subconsciously, all the equations, all the calculations are being made to give you the answer that you need in your conscious activity. And that's where the unheard manifests. That's when the unseen shows itself, and it affords you the position to show up and show out. That's the power of what we have. So Believers Huddle at 9:15 with Mr. Mike Johnson. That information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. The Power Call occurs with Dr. David and Dr. Rhonda Hollins, 10:45 a.m. Eastern in the United States. And then, and you know they're fired up, they were paused in their development last week because of the extraordinary corporate call, but they can't wait. I know they're chewing at the bit to bring it to you this evening, or this morning rather. So 10:45 a.m. Eastern, 7:45 a.m. the Maui Pacific Time, you have the Power Call. 12 noon, Dr. Rhonda Hollins comes back to do the Wealth Builders Worldwide presentation and overview of Gold Standard Partners. You want to drive your teams there, and you want to drive your teams to the 9 p.m. event, where we're back again on that very same platform at 9 p.m. with the Admiral himself. I'm talking about Mr. Nate Hines. So you want to make sure that you are in the place to be. Okay? Again, the way to change the nature of our experiences is to change the nature of our thoughts. And then, of course, we want to thank and celebrate Mr. Mustafa Muhammad, Miss Sister Raj Range, and Brother Roland Muhammad for their consistency in providing the protocol to keep COVID-19 away or restoring health and contributing to the maintenance of an immune system. See, in a wealth transfer, you want to be healthy. Our role, our job is to get in the way of the movement of money. But you have to have a fortified body and constitution and metabolism and a mindset and a soul strength that allows you to embrace the impact of what you're in the way of, because it's moving so fast and it's going to be so massive. You have to remain prayed up, but you also have to provide yourself those supplements that will guide your health and body constitution. And Paximune is a great contributor to that. Make sure you get in touch with these greats to get a hold of yours. Now, in case you don't know, those who may be visiting for the first time, Wealth Builders Worldwide is the True Wealth Ministry. That's a fact. Okay? Because in Wealth Builders Worldwide, We provide individuals with the tools required to enhance their lives, achieve their dreams, and build massive wealth. Team Believe is nothing more, nothing less but an extension of that wealth ministry found in Wealth Builders Worldwide, WBW. We're going to extend a portion of that ministry today. We want you to make sure that you're in the place to be. Please take a screenshot, share this out with everyone, and join us today at 3 p.m. Eastern. I would like to see how many times I see this screenshot appear on the various platforms, in social media. I would love to see how this happens and how it occurs. Take a screenshot. I want to see if we can follow up on our assignment, or are we too full of turkey, cornbread stuffing, cranberry, string beans, collard greens, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. You may eat it. I left off the yams. Boy, I'm having a good time with us this morning. So, by all means, take a screenshot and let's see if we can do that minimal and get it out. Get it out, get it out, get it out. All right. So today, 3 p.m., the Lydian World NFT training we will conduct. Team Believe has a goal. We keep it 1,000 in our subscribers. We also keep it 1,000 producing the NFTs. We're going to show you how and why that's so vitally important. Make sure you are there. Family, take a screenshot of this and put at the forefront of your mind as part of your assignment to get a hold of your copy of the Dream Chaser Manifesto. It's a dreamer's guide to surviving in a jungle of non-dreamers, penned, authored, published by none other than our CEO and founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide, Cece Mahone sponsor, Darren Cotton sponsor, Eric Teray Muhammad sponsor, so many sponsors of all of us, Mr. Ty Best. You want to get a hold of your copy. If you go to shop.mywbw.net, you can order from there and you'll receive via the mail an autographed copy of Mr. Ty Best's book, syllabus, Bible outlined to us. Okay, you can also get it on Amazon by just going to Amazon.com, typing in the Dream Chaser Manifesto or Ty Best. You'll see the book pop up. You can get a downloadable copy for yourselves. Family, it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you in this great community of our people in Wealth Builders Worldwide with a true wealth ministry, the Truth Ministry, known as Classes in Session, which is an extension of Team Believe's love and appreciation and dedication to the upliftment of our culture, Wealth Builders Worldwide. I will see us all on the Believers Huddle with Mr. Mike Johnson. You see the information scrolling at the bottom of your screen. I will see the remainder of us on the Power Call. Peace and power. Forward. Out.
I believe, really do believe.
home.